There we go. That's more like it. Oh, why is the chat like that? One moment, let me fix this. And adjust all of my sensitivity settings.
This is the voice of Merlin. Listen well, for it concerns you. This chronicle commences in the year 2084 AD. Mankind has virtually destroyed itself. Its survival depends on the final experiment.
Since this is casual, let me just adjust this to see how we like it. I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite music albums. It's a story.
Scientists from the 21st century have developed a new computer program called time telepathy. By using this technique...
Actually, since people are just filtering in, I'll start from the beginning. That should be good enough. It's a bit of an echo. Hold on.
This is the voice of Merlin.
There shouldn't be one.
Well, for it concerns you. This chronicle commences in the year 2084 AD. Mankind has virtually destroyed itself.
I do think there's a fan.
Survival depends on the final experiment.
It's really hot here. Maybe I'll lower my sensitivity a little bit. Bit of an echo. Hold on. No, it shouldn't do that. Is it taking mic?
Scientists from
Properties.
the 21st century have developed
No, that's the right mic.
Called time telepathy.
Are you sure there's an echo?
By using this technique, they have sent visions.
Oh well, if there's an echo, there's an echo. I don't know how to fix that.
These transmissions have been received by the mind of a blind minstrel who lives in 6th century Britain.
We're going to draw these
His
bases.
name is Arian.
Credited right here. 5 to 10 second delay in whatever you said. Okay, we gotta pause then. I don't know where a delay would be coming from. Are you sure? Okay, other people are saying that there is no delay. Are you sure you don't have me open in like 2 tabs? Ah, that's what I thought. Actually, let's make a going live post real quick. I'm also like a handful of these chippies to doodle on top of. This is a very laid back and casual stream, so just enjoy the music. There's not going to be a ton of excitement here. Let's see. Excuse me, did I see you call me an O'Dingleberry, by the way? It's very creative, and I'm going to steal that for later. Alright. Let me just grab the link. This is very much so a guerrilla stream. There we go. Alright, now we're good to go. What is this album? Well, it's down there at the bottom.
It shall be Arion's quest to sing of these visions, and thus warn the world of its impending downfall, in order to
LOL.
change its
Hello,
future
Chili Chili.
into a long and prosperous one. Let us go back to the Dark Ages. Dark Ages. Dark Ages. Dark Ages.
Interesting. So it looks like YouTube manually froze me when it detected copyrighted audio. If I start playing the album again, is it going to freeze me again? No, that wasn't you. Everything froze on my end as well because I had... Interesting. Okay, hold on. No, like literally I was black screening everywhere except for OBS. That is so strange. Man, I fucking hate YouTube. Can't even play the final experiment. Maybe if I turn it down just a tiny bit. Good morning. Good morning. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Hey, hi, hello. How's it going? It is going a-okay. We're about to tuck into some drawing. I just gotta decide what I want to start with. Hey, Oda. Hello, Roland. Choose a character you want me to make an edit out of? BB Biscuit. Face Connect. BB Biscuit, Pippa Pipkin, Face Connect. But if you mean somebody that I know personally, you should do a slander hit piece on Midas. I think that would be very funny. My mouse is frozen. Am I ever gonna start drawing? Let's go. Live chat, there we go. Excellent. No, like a fictional character. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Let's start with these ones. Images of violence, a flight through time and space. In such a lonely place, the dreamers started. Evening. Smoke is rising. Hope you're doing well, Lettuce. Dream time. Excuse me, can I speak? Lost control, marooned and cold. I suffer the fears of a future untold. I cannot change the shape of things to come. The trash can chibi is epic. Alright, we'll add that one to this lineup too. Let's grab the trash can one as well. I think this should do us for tonight. There isn't enough animations for me to edit them, so no, that's okay. How about Claude Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but you make it a thirst trap. A Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame thirst trap. I think that would be very entertaining to see. It would be delightful. Yes, Chili. Delightful. Red hair across the sisters and piss. Cute hands. Sisters and piss. What? What crass, crude language. Who's the pisters? Have a good night, Iwi. Good book. Read that for some a few years ago for Unicorns who have better Wuthering Heights. Oh yeah, Jekyll and Hyde is an excellent, superior choice. Midas and Sisyphus are sisters in Piss. Well, I do happen to have a lot of screenshots of those two. I don't know how, but I do. So let me raid my folder. Grabbing a reference real quick. Where are those goddamn screenshots? Sorry, that was not the right energy for 1 in the morning. Where are those fascinating screenshots? I mean, this almost counts. I feel like I can work with that. Hold on, how come Sisyphus looks more related to the bunny than Midas? How highly unfortunate and disgusting. Anyway, this bunny is meant for swimming, apparently, so we're going to do it for swimming. Dread and Dreader. With his eyes, my world is dark, like a golden night. I could not tell you no lies. Big ass scream. Time to see, there's one now. See the world through the eyes of time. Sisyphus kills Bunny, so she better watch out. Well, wouldn't that be a fascinating way to end the evening? I'm sure Sisyphus would have no greater pleasure than to kill this bunny. Beach bunny. Yeah. Very lovely beach bunny. So day 1 of FazeCon went swimmingly, apparently, from everything I've heard. I heard they picked up a poor Mexican and they threw him in the air. Isn't that something? I don't know, something tells me that he deserved it. So the current song is about a blind minstrel who has visions of the future beamed to him through the power of Merlin. Merlin's magic power is beaming visions of a nuclear holocaust where everybody has escaped into outer space. And a blind minstrel from King Arthur's court, way back in the Dark Ages, is the one who receives this message. And so now, for the first time in his life, he gets to see things, but he's only seeing the absolute most horrific things that have ever happened to humanity. So he now is being tasked by Merlin from the future, because Merlin is immortal, Merlin who is in outer space, to warn everybody and stop the nuclear holocaust from coming. A very uplifting bunch. A lot of doom posting about Face the Con. Right? Like, it was absurd. I didn't think it was gonna be bad. And if anything, on day 0, the only thing that went wrong was poor Pippa's meet and greet got moved because God decided to spite her and tear down the building that she was going to host it in and send a hurricane to the beach. So her karaoke and her meet and greet had to have 2 different spots. That was kind of funny. That was really funny, actually. Oh man, I wish I was there. I'm feeling such FOMO, man. I've been wanting to go, but that is okay, because in this life, we don't always get what we want. We don't even usually get what we need. But I'm happy. There are good things that I do get to do. And hopefully next year, there is still a Phase Connect, and next year, they still do a FazeCon, because this one was such a smashing success. I'm coping that it's a smashing success, by the way. This bunny has a very funny outfit. A funny bunny outfit. Billions must hope. Billions must dream. It's late in the night, you see. It's just you, me, a nice warm album, warm air. It's the summer. We're drawing. We're thinking of the way things can be. Good, bad, beautiful, ugly, everything in between. I'm sure you all have had some rough times lately. Haven't we all? Would you ever wear something like that? No, I typically prefer my, self a little bit more covered. I'm not a priss, but I just feel like outside of the beach, this would be an uncomfortable outfit. Thankfully, this bunny is for the beach, so I'm sure she has other clothing that she'll probably wear. Marillion. I don't think I've ever heard of Marillion, but I'd be interested in checking them out. Has your house situation improved? Well, I'm currently in a carriage. It's a lot bigger on the inside. Howdy, howdy, Odell. Howdy, Raziel. Hello, Joseph. Welcome on in. Hope you've got warm cups of tea or whatever your poison is. Listening to one of my all-time favorite albums. It's one of those albums that has a stacking story under it. Every song is a chapter, kind of. And it's called The Great Experiment. And it follows the adventures of Merlin and a blind bard. And Merlin from the future is immortal, and he is beaming visions of the nuclear holocaust to people in the past, various parts of history, to try and teach them, what's going on, to hopefully get them to stop the oncoming apocalypse. However, his signal goes screwy, and instead it all gets fed into one guy's brain, a blind bard from the Dark Ages. So now the story is focusing on the bard who just received all of these visions, and he's overwhelmed, and he's going around and he's trying to tell people, and Merlin from the past doesn't know what's going on, because Merlin from the past was supposed to receive these visions from himself, and he never got them. So he sees this blind bard get them, these divine revelations, and he's jealous. So you've got Merlin from the future trying to stop the Holocaust, like a nuclear Holocaust, and Merlin from the past trying to kill a blind bard. So that's what the story's at right now. Yes, the Sail Away to Avalon. So Sail Away to Avalon, that is the bard singing to the king to try and distract him long enough so that he doesn't get executed, kind of like what a jester does. What's up, people? What's up? Silicate. Man, what I'd give to be caught between two Merlins. Enemies to lovers speedrun. Two Merlins. That's just toxic yaoi. But yeah. Got a few things I want to doodle, and here we've got the credits for the bases that we're using today. Because I just want some low stakes doodling, nothing too serious. I'm very rusty. Good morning, Odell. Good morning, Steven. We only just started. Welcome on in. Wrong layer. Ooh, surprise Midas during Pippa's meatball. Yes, I saw that. From what I hear, Midas was contacted about a half hour before with the offer. And apparently, immediately after the 30-second hello with Pippa, Midas immediately dropped off the iPad and vanished because she was scared of making people think that she was trying to eat up meet and greets when she just wanted to say hi to Pippa. Yes. Yeah, I know. I heard that there were some people trying to say hi to Midas and walk around and have conversations with Midas, and Midas ushered her pet Mexican to not allow that as much as humanly possible so the staff didn't get angry. And I think it was successful. I don't have any opinion because I don't know, but from what I hear, successful. But man, what a weirdo. Can't believe Midas would like Pippa so much when BB Biscuit's right there. Oh, it's a good song. Rumor has it that when Pippa went, Midas, that it made Midas's day. I can't confirm nor deny, but it was very cute. It was very cute. The recognition felt nice. I had a chance to talk to Cleo at Anime NYC. She's very nice. One of my favorite con experiences. I would like to say hi to Cleo one of these days. I feel like Cleo would be nice to meet and greet. Cleo has that nice, comforting kind of vibe. Cleo's got that special kind of autism. In the same way that Pyrocynical is my favorite lesbian, Cleo Face Connect is my favorite homosexual. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Cleo Face Connect is my favorite gay boy, like Pyrocynical is my favorite lesbian. You think Midas got a little starstruck? Midas got like 5 words in, and then Midas shrieked at her pet Mexican to run away as fast as possible. So I think Midas got cold feet. The gods are rising. Sail away through the night. Sail away. So I drew something, or I drew something. I drew something earlier for Betty, for this blue Betty here. I drew it to match Midas's banner, because Midas has one on YouTube where it's her yelling at a picture of Leonard Nimoy. So I doodled it, same style, but instead it's Betty at the pool. Now, the reason it has to be this dimension and her in this specific spot is because of how YouTube crops its banners, but this also means that it'll fit on every social media's banner. Unfortunately, the side effect is that it's this really weird, really weird thing spatially. Almost wallpaper-like, but not quite, because it's empty on most areas. She's on her pink inner tube. I don't think I've ever drawn a surfboard before, I'm gonna be totally honest. Save some talent for the rest of us. Art is a pursued talent, like video editing or music. You achieve exactly what you put into it. Great example, PewDiePie. Everyone saw his... Remember when PewDiePie did his, like, what was it, 100 days of drawing every day challenge, and he actually got really good when he started from nothing, and Twitter was so angry? That was the funniest thing to me, because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what, this is actually great encouragement. This makes me feel a bit better about being stuck in my art journey, because I don't practice every day, and I need to practice every day, and this is what happens when you practice every day with intention. But fucking Twitter was mad. Twitter was furious. Oh, it was kind of funny. It almost made me, you know, side with, like, literally PewDiePie. I don't mind PewDiePie. But typically, he's not the wisest. PewDiePie is my second favorite European artist. Is your first favorite the one that I'm not allowed to talk about, otherwise my day job will fire me? Yeah. European companies, they have very strict policing rules for very specific topics. I feel like I could de-squish the head a bit. Still, I wish that I could see like everybody can. How I wish that I could be like any other man. All right. First doodle done. Who do I put in the trash can? I don't think Sisyphus would be begging and pleading. feel like I need a different one for her. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs.
Kings, not queens, but ships are in command.
There we go. Hi, Odell. We're doing well. I am doing well. I'm just gonna turn my mic sensitivity down just a little bit. You know what it is? Hold on. My white noise canceling is off. Oh, that's so much better. There we go. That cuts through the noise just a little bit. I'm surprised that there's so many of you here for such a chill nothing. But we're here to vibe. Hope you're doing well, Salty Dog. Hope you've had lots of protein today. Very important to take care of your protein. Don't overdo it, though. There's some knobs out there that are like, oh, well, I got this processed food that has added protein in. No. I mean, like, holistic protein. I mean, like, beef, chicken. I'm not a fan of, like, the glorified candy bars, like the chocolate bars that are quote-unquote protein, or the protein cereals, because those are fake. It's literally identical physically to other chocolate and candy bars with negligible protein. It's just the fact it has any protein in it at all means that it gets to be labeled as protein. Eggs are good protein. Yes, eggs are very good protein. You need protein for repair, you need protein for maintenance, you need protein for health. Don't eat too many eggs in one sitting, though, or you're gonna have a painful experience.
The docile mass will heal.
Oh, also in the lore of this album, there's a warlord.
And tyrannize the land.
Soylent is good protein.
His
Matcha was last year's food fad. It's protein and everything. I would say ube. Ube is replacing matcha in that aspect. Well, the new fad is ube. Yeah, it's all about the color. No, protein is slightly different. Protein is in fashion now because the white girlies are all taking Ozempic, and that's one of the few things they're really focused on getting in their diets now, because it's one of the few things they can process. Set me free. I'm begging you, I'm begging me. Set me free. Never got how people could enjoy matcha. The same way that some people enjoy coffee. I like a little bit of bite in my coffee. I don't like it black. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a little sweeter, but I still like it to be 90% coffee. Some people, their coffee order is more than half creamer, sweetener, sugar, milk, with a little bit of coffee to flavor it. Those people are the kind of people that tried to make matcha trendy, and so they made it more of a dessert drink by taking the bitter and replacing it with the cream and the sugar. So yes, it has a more complex and candy-like flavor profile, but you also lose what made it good in the first place. I forgot to take my vitamins with myself. I feel blessed. Go take your vitamins. Set me free. Set me free. A fraudulent drink of sorts, yes. Pretty much. I knew I'm begging me. Set me free. So happy that Persona 6 got announced. Green Persona, it's gonna be my time, boys. It's gonna be my time. Green Persona for me. Speaking of, I was considering Skyrim. Missed the taste of coffee. Maybe I should buy some decaf. You reserve caffeine. That's fair enough. I've long since fried my caffeine receptors. I can't consume it normally. It has zero effect on me. If anything, it has an opposite effect. It has kind of a sleepy time effect on me. The teaser trailer was the most okay, fine trailer, but well, Lettuce, here's the thing. So was the Persona 5 trailer. People didn't know what to expect, but they thought it would be really a cool return to tradition, edgy, and then it was the goofiest one yet. And now this one, they're feeling like people are acting like it'll be a return to true gothic Persona 1 and 2. I doubt it, but I still think it'll be a fun game regardless. I don't think Midas's ear should be in the shot, actually. It should be covered by hair. Midas's hair is interesting because it's kind of like a bob, but a little longer. Oh, it almost mushrooms out at the bottom. Midas's hair always reminded me of a mushroom. Skyrim or Oblivion is good either way. Oh, I actually physically bought Skyrim for the first time. I finally cracked. I bought it specifically to play one of these days on here.
All the trees have fallen, the soil is scorched and dry. I can't respire, a storm of fire is raging in the sky. Where is all the wildlife, extinct from pole to pole? The hunt for skin, a deadly sin, took its heavy toll. The seas are red, the skies are grim, the soil is filled with graves. The earth is dead, the sun is dim. Listen to the waves.
I've seen that Sisyphus has been growing a lot recently. I think that's very cool. She is putting a little bit of effort in. Quite a little bit. Quite.
Befoul the air and burn a hole in the sky. Deadly rays from outer space cause a race to die. Standing at the crossroads, a choice of life and death will take more care and clear the
You can tell they're sisters because they both have air vents right there.
The seas are red, the skies are grim, the soil is filled with graves. The earth is dead, the sun is dim. Listen to the waves.
She talks with chat pretty well. I think it's very good for her, honestly. As an outsider looking in with no stock in how she's doing, yours truly. I'm a little miffed that she had me speedrun making her a 3D model and then she never used it. Like a new one, like a style matched one. I don't think I've ever shown anyone a little snot bucket. She was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it immediately. I'm gonna use it tomorrow. And then she never used it. I can't believe she hates me, chat. There we go. Here we go. This is the model that she had me make her. It even has the glowing lake liquid. Like, I can't believe she hates me. She hates me, Jack. Hopefully she likes her sister better than she likes me. Listen to the waves. Yeah, the liquid sloshes around and everything. It's not a perfect one-to-one style match, but it's as close as I could get. With the technology I had. Do you think she's ever gonna beat the allegations? You know, I don't know what allegations Sisyphus has. I don't want to hear them, actually, because I feel like they would be heinous. I don't let VTuber on the left, sadly. Should broadcasts at late hours, so I can't catch her live. I mean, I think she's always broadcasted relatively late. So late hours really isn't a strange phenomenon for her.
I sense a fear deep inside. The end is near. I cannot hide. Blood is spilled. My quest is unfulfilled. There's still so much I long to see. I need to touch. I wish to be. Can't believe this is all I can achieve. To follow the lands and distant shores, an angel at my side. No evil plans or future wars. Take me high on a magic ride.
No, I think it's funnier without the eyes. Perfect. Not EU friendly time. Well, I know that what Midas does for work is designed to be an EU friendly time. Typically when Midas is busy doing her specific work job, it is... Oh, what time is it right now? Right now it is almost 2 a.m. So she would typically stream 9 hours from now, because that's mid-afternoon EU time. Early evening. It's designed to hit the EU people at around dinner after their shifts. Oh. I'm being told by YouTube hold on. If you plan to continue, please ensure the content owner has added your channel to their allow list. Hey Del. Hey Alkavi. Alright, YouTube's punishing me for playing my funny song. Maybe it's just this song. Okay, wait, will YouTube temporarily blocked? I'm not playing the music anymore. Can you guys see me at all? YouTube is evil. Let me know if you can actually see me. Happy Big Friday, Odell and Chet. Well, it's actually Saturday for me. I see you. Okay. Well, let's try Merlin's Will. This is one of the best songs. I remember one of my earliest memories on the internet was listening to this song. This and Nightwish. The Once album. And the Irish Rovers for some reason. Oh, so for those following the story of this album, Merlin has convinced the king to execute the blind minstrel, and so this is them carrying out his sentence. Merlin has ordered the man to be executed. Still alive since the warning? Okay, well I just got a second warning. So we're gonna have to switch albums in a second. Oh, sleep well, no normies. Like a star, it's slowly, slowly, slowly down. Betty. Yeah, Betty. What is the soul of the creature?
I've been lost in the valley of nightmares. I've been found in the garden of dreams. Speak thy charm, I know you are out there. Cast thy spell and silence the screams. As I poise on the edge of life, where time disappears, I bow in fear to the charm of the sea.
Now, if I'm correct, this song is Merlin realizing that, well, no, he's actually getting the visions now. Now that he's killed the guy, the visions are flowing to him, and he realized that he was being absolutely a numbskull killing this guy. So he regrets killing the seer.
To crystalline skies, as I poise on the edge of life, where time disappears.
She looks like she needs correction. Oh no, she doesn't. See? She's got a thumbs up. She's very assured. I think she's actually got the right answer there. Extremely correct, very powerful. Betty is very powerful, you see. Very sweet, very wise, even. A little bit snippy, though. She can get a bit sharp. I heard she's going in for a vocal cord reduction, so she's so shrill. She's still pretty shrill, though. I heard she sang a song earlier. Of the sea, I bow in fear. She's getting ear lengthening done. I don't know. There's been some cool ass things done. I'm nerding out over Dynamite. You want to know the best part about this album? It was made in I think it was produced in the 80s and released in the 90s. So a lot of this was done acoustically. Like, it was done with live bands. Oh shit, I forgot to add her netting to this leg. You remember those days? You are a ghost. And you know what? While young at heart, ghosts do have longevity on their side. You are truly the sweetest auntie one could ever wish for, Haunty. Hello, the Helly Jumper. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Some good music. Kind of chill, you know, just vibing. It's been a moment since I've been awake enough to draw. Truthfully, I've missed doodling like this. Inconsequential. Not for any big project, not for any timeline, not for any deadline. Typically when I have to draw these days, it's stuff that's totally NDA. So, I can't stream it. And it feels like I'm wasting so much of my time. I used to draw stream all the time. But, to be fair, they are some of my least engaging streams. So, maybe it's for the best. Excited for the squirrel. I quite like the squirrel model too. Actually, the person that I'm talking with to pilot the Onesan model, like the pink angel model, she really likes the squirrel model. The squirrel model is her favorite of the remaining three, and she really hopes that it can get got, so to speak. Are all ghosts hags, or does it depend on when they become a ghost? And does a person that becomes a ghost at a young age eventually become a hag with time despite their appearance not changing? I would say they can, if they can mentally age, they can be a hag. If it doesn't matter if they physically age. If they can mentally age, they're a hag. So that depends on if the ghost is capable of mentally processing and evolving its mindset. Yo, that was a Bible reference? Lolly Babo. Nah. That's just like maturing and not turning into a hag specifically, I suppose. How much money would I have to pay for you to doodle a frog? I can only do 32 cents, but it's USD, so it's pretty good. That's like a whole Canadian dollar. You don't have to pay me anything. I can draw a frog. Just give me a moment. I want to finish this chibi first. Then I'll pull up the frog. God, I love this album so much. Oh, you guys want to know my tools? Well, I started my art career doing pencils and paper and acrylic paints, and through high school, still pencils, paper. Start of university, I bought a laptop. Well, I bought it off someone, and it was heavily damaged. And I had one of those Intuitus Draw tablets, very small. And it's not a screen tablet, but like a separate thing where you look up away from it. And from there, I did art commissions for a couple of years. And I made enough money to buy my first computer. And from there, I upgraded to a Huion. Now, the Huion is what I'm currently using. The Huion is a monitor tablet where you got the pen and you're drawing directly on the tablet. But the Huion, actually I'll type down what the Huion is. The Huion is the industry's answer to Wacom. Wacom tablets for a while, they were like overpriced. Like it's like Apple versus Windows versus Linux versus Ubuntu versus whatever, right? Wacom is the Apple of the industry. I would not do that, okay? Like, yes, you can guarantee that it'll work, but it's like a couple $1,000s for a tablet, and it's stupid because it doesn't need to be. Huion, identical quality, only a couple $100s. The difference is that one brand is European and one brand is from China. Identical technology.
The outcome
I've never had a single issue with my Huion, and I love it. I recently... So I've got, I think the 13. I think I got the Huion 13 right now. And as for the drawing program itself, I am using Clip Studio Paint EX. So I think it's the Huion Pro. No, I upgraded recently to the 15. This is the 15. I had a 13 for a few years. And there you go. Have a good one, Helly Jumper. Sleep well. No, I don't want to do the acoustic version of that. The only good acoustic version of any of these songs is Sail Away to Avalon. After that, oh, this is so good. After this, I'm going to show you my next favorite concept album. It is so good. So my next favorite album is Beethoven's Last Night, and it's about Beethoven getting into a pissing match with the devil. I want to get dark so bad, but it's so difficult. It's only as difficult as you force it to be for yourself. I mean that very casually and gently. Nobody starts good, period, point blank period. And it's more accessible now more than any time in history. That's why like 10, 9, 8-year-olds are becoming gods, because they've got all the bajillion tutorials out there. Big fan of Huion. Currently the Huion 12 Pro still won't grip me. Grim knows what I'm about. Huion supremacy. I think I promised a frog for someone. Let's see if I can draw a frog from memory. True, actually. Okay, the frogs. Eye stalks, right? Actually, when I think of frog, I think of Kermit the Frog. So we're gonna go. So this is my best drawing a frog from memory. I hope you like him. Well, awesome, Freddy. I would recommend keep going at it. So honestly. Until you get the hand-eye coordination down, like, it is two different parts of your brain. But once you can master drawing without looking, drawing while looking becomes so much easier. He looks Kermitted. Is there a full-body new Odell for a meme? You would like a full-body new Odell? I mean, I could pull it up on screen. I don't know how useful that would be. Here. Let me move the memory frog out of the way. Do I have a screenshot of Odell even? Oh, I mean myself. No. I don't take too many mirror selfies. I'm very self-conscious.
Dance of nature inspire me. Now my mind is free from apparitions. I switch off like a television and close my eyes. And I wish that I could see like everybody can.
And I wish that I could be Beethoven Last Night album. Now this one's interesting because it has actual spoken parts between it. This is the complete narrated version. And this is written and performed by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. This is... I have a few songs from here that I want to cover. Take my leave. Good day, chat, Nodell. Have a good one, Solar Cat. Okay, I could take a screenshot. I'm a little busy drawing right now, so I really don't think I can do anything practically. But here, you can take a screenshot. Better than the earring. All I know from them is Wizards in Winter. Wizards in Winter fucks. I love Wizards in Winter. But no, this album, it has some sleeper bangers. I'll tell you which ones I want to cover when we get to them. I actually did cover one of them now that I think about it. I wonder, do I still have it here? I pull it up on one of my other old channels. There we go, there's the channel. Oh wait, the album's starting.
Since the time when Ra and Isis raised the Sphinx out of the sand, and Apollo dreamed Athena, and men began to understand that when darkness folds on darkness in the restless tides of night, and the lightning raises shadows, and for moments gives them life, it's been said by those who ponder that it surely is a sign that a life touched by the stars is now running out of time. And somewhere in that darkness, in the heart of that great storm, the world returns a soul that the gods caused to be born. And this was such a storm, the kind one rarely sees in life. For in a room now filled with shadows, the great Beethoven was spending his last night. Now gathered around him there were the ghosts from out of his past. For in the play unfolding there this night, they would be the cast. And there among these shadows was the beautiful spirit of fate, who had arrived with her dwarf son Twist, and with the other ghosts did watch and wait.
And in the dark he sits alone to watch his final hours bleeding, while unconcerned upon the wall the clock it ticks away the time. No need for words, for in the dark all words have long since lost their meaning. Still when they whisper in his ear, he tries to read between the lines.
kafabe.
What I see in
You
the
mean
night, what
Cutie
I
Bunny?
feel in your
Cutie
heart,
Bunny?
or your dreams, or your lies. Can you tell them apart? See the hands on the clock, are you watching
take
them
that.
turn? For your candle's quite low, we've been watching it burn.
Oh, I should probably change the title of what we're listening to.
Do you lie here awake as the shadows look on? Should they cry for your sake? Should you sleep in their arms? For the shadows see all and they rarely forget every dream that you've had, every act you regret.
Faith and relief and retreat when you're standing all alone with your dreams in the dark, never knowing what is real. In the shadows you meet, never knowing what is true. In the answers you seek, never knowing if faith she hears me. Faith stand near me, faith state clearly whether there will be another card. Retrieve us, time deceives us. Faith she hears us, but she doesn't listen very hard as she drifts through our lives, tossing coins into the air. Watch them twist, watch them fall, turning hope into despair. Watch them twist, watch them fall, then she suddenly revives. Every dream that we've had, and we find ourselves alive. Believe me, faith stands near me, faith state clearly whether there will be another card. Receive us, time deceives us. The only moment in our lives that ever really mattered, fate is now.
I'm dropping a link to these albums later. You can find them in playlists on YouTube, but this one specifically is right here. Lettuce. Oh no, I don't want to
So
inspect
upon
element.
this night, the darkness humbled, candles sputtered, spirits grumbled.
This is what we're listening to right now.
Brooding in this bitter room, what fate had woven on her loom, while shadows fed upon the gloom. But as these spirits talked and chattered, with all their thoughts quite widely scattered on things that no one else thought mattered, Beethoven, who as you know was quite deaf, heard all their words with deep regret, and wished that he was deafer yet.
What good this deafness that my whole life I have dread? What good this deafness with these voices in my head? What good this deafness if this prattle I must hear? If I were blind, I'm sure they wouldn't disappear.
Did you really want to believe what you're saying? Did you really want to be here alone? Have I interrupted a moment of playing while your life's decaying? Your sins, are they weighing while you've been calming your stone? All on your own. Did you really want to sit here in silence? Could it be that brooding is part of your art? Is it an extension of artistic license, a moody defiance of all of life's tyrants while you've been searching your heart? Alone with us in the dark.
Beethoven then begged for these shadows to take their leave, that they had no business being there. But the shadows, they disagreed. For no matter how Beethoven
Good night,
implored
lettuce.
for these
Have a good one.
shadows to leave him alone, they chatted on and would not be gone from this, his one-man catacomb. Then Twist explained how it was that they could not do as the composer wished, for since they were his shadows, it was only by his light they could exist. And as Beethoven's life was fading on this, his final night, it was only natural that these shadows should cling closer
Leno.
to his fading light. Now, meanwhile, the clock, it just ticked on, as clocks are wont to do, for time's their only purpose, their only point of view. But when that clock struck midnight, its chimes both loud and
Here comes the
clear,
best music
from
of the
out
whole.
of those shifting shadows, a final figure did appear. His voice, it had a
comes the
certain
devil.
charm that concealed all his disease, as he introduced himself to them as the Mephistopheles. He said that he had come to collect the great Beethoven's soul, that it really wasn't much, you see, merely a lump of coal. You look surprised, my dear composer, this simple fact to learn. But before tomorrow morning, together we will watch it burn. Beethoven stepped back in horror. This thing, it cannot be true, for I have done no great wrongs in life, at least none that I knew. Men quite often forget their sins, the devil did reply, until it's too late to repent. Forgetting, it's never too late to die. It's a part of human nature upon which I've come strongly to rely. Men quite often forget their sins, for redemption can always wait. And I always allow this to happen. It's an important part of my bait. And by the time that they remember, it always tends to be too late. Now you may think your sins are minor, that to enter hell they're not enough. Well, a cruel act here, a rude word there, believe me, they add up. And rising from the shadows is the specter of your death. For since your birth he has been owed, and now is here to clear the debt. But perhaps we can talk a little while, for you are not dead. Not yet.
Oh, you got some good song.
All of your life now you have denied there'd be a time when you'd ever die. Still it's been rumored this thing must be. Why is it then that you act surprised when I appear now to be your guide? Why do you hesitate to follow me? See it rising, stare and wonder. Hear it beckon you to dance. Feel it hold you, take you under. I'm your god of second chance. And now you claim you are not prepared. So much to do, you cannot be spared. Still your entreaties death will not hear.
Your old friends?
Graveyard is filled with important
Tell them that I say hello.
men could not be spared, but we're in the end.
What is
And
this?
So I
no,
whisper
what we're listening to right now is at the bottom of
your
the screen.
ear. See it rising, stare and wonder. Hear it beckon you to dance. Feel it hold you, take you
chants Domine, 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 Domineo, 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 Domineo.
I love a good old Moonlight Sonata. No, they've played this before. Memoir Flourish. I missed them. Oh. I apologize. Music sounds familiar. Yeah, because these are all songs that Beethoven composed.
I cannot die upon this night, the composer did protest, for I must complete my 10th symphony before my final rest. The devil smiled compassionately, which took all there by surprise, but not nearly as much as his answer when he finally did reply. They say that I have no compassion, that my heart it cannot feel, but I sympathize with your dilemma, so I offer you this deal. Take all the time you need to complete this 10th symphony you've begun. But first, show me what notes you change, and then I'll say the deal is done. Then Beethoven, he admitted that the symphony was quite finished, and if he changed a solitary note, the entire piece would be diminished. I sense your fear, the devil said, over what must now be done. But if you don't like this ending, I can offer you another one. If you'll give me your music, each note, each
Sleep
rest,
well, Chili.
each beat, then I'll return your soul to you and save it from the heat. Now I see your face perplexes, that you do not understand, that it is my intention to wipe these songs from the mind of man. Every symphony and choral, each sonata old and new, will simply disappear this night, but your soul returns to you. And with that, the great Beethoven stumbled backwards till he fell into his chair and searched his mind for a reply. But there were no answers there. The devil said,
This devil's a big chill guy.
I can clearly
good
see
pipes.
your mind is quite confused. So I'll return in 1 hour for the answer that you choose, and you can tell me then what you will keep and what you will lose. So tell me now, what do you fear? What do you love or hold too dear? Is it death well wrapped in pain? Or perhaps it's no one will remember your name? If this is so, then perhaps I cannot win. But then add pride onto your other sins. I am not trying to pressure you. I know you cannot decide yet. But nothing focuses the mind, my friend, like the approach of one's own death. And as he turned to disappear into his personal abyss, Beethoven called for him to wait, for something was now amiss. The hands upon the clock, it seems, were moving much too fast, and at this rate his hour gift would not in our last. Consider it a final act of kindness. Over his shoulder the devil did call. Because where you are going, my dear Ludwig, the clocks, they never move at all.
I think I want an
With
angry one.
Mephistopheles gone, the spirits silently crept back and watched the great composer agonize over the time that he now lacked. So in this room, now filled with shadows, Beethoven stood quite alone and contemplated how to save the only thing he truly ever owned. Could all the wisdom he had found, like so many leaves upon the ground, combine with all his dreams and sins, and on this night be scattered to the wind? For of our faith they are so insistent, with gods who are so inconsistent. And if we are to further delve into this night and find ourselves, might we discover in our past what in our lives might one day last?
This one's another one that I'd like to cover. I would love to cover this one.
And here in the night, as I feel the inferno, I stare in the dark, thinking what is eternal? The man or the moment, the act or the reason? These thoughts fill my head as I contemplate treason of dreams I have had and dreams I have pondered. When late in the night, my mind it would wander to things I have done and then quickly regretted, while denying vices my life had selected. And I think what I've done or have yet to begin, and the man I've become and the man that I've been, now caught in a waltz with the eternal dancer. I'm courted by death, but death isn't the answer, I say. All I was meant to be. Could I suddenly just decide not a thought would survive? Could it be my life's worth ended there with my birth? If I could see someone who's been there before me and traded his soul for a moment of glory, his penance or mercy, my spirit's debated while judged on a scale that's been heavily weighted. And what have I done? Could there be such a sin in this man I've become, in this man that I've been? Now calling to God from the pit's very bottom, I pray he forgives every sin I've forgotten this day.
I see myself listening to this in a road trip. It's interesting and relaxing at the same time. I've listened to this album many a time on a road trip. One of the best road trip music albums out there.
And who would have thought that my fate it would conjure this twist in the road on which I have wandered? Each vision and dream now completely dismembered, to give one's whole life and find nothing's remembered. And what lives a life that leaves nothing behind? Not a thought or a dream that might echo in time. The years have been hours, the seconds and minutes, and everything that my life has placed in it betrayed. 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 The things I have done, the places I've been, the cost of my dreams, the weight of my sins, and everything that I've gathered in life. Could it be lost? Could it be lost in this? Could it be lost in this? Could it be lost in this?
Like the classical parts makes it. Oh, me too. It's the best.
For a moment, there was silence. As the storm, it hesitated. And like the shadows in the room, on his next word, it waited. As Beethoven tried to remember the exact moment when he crossed the line, did he lose his soul with one cruel act, or with little ones that piled up in time? Then Beethoven wondered what one's soul was worth. Is the price the same the day we die as it is upon our birth? Then he turned towards fate. There was anger in his eyes. Could his present plight upon this night be something she devised? Why did you deal me such a hand? Was it all chance, or was it planned? As throughout my life you toyed, did you regret or just enjoy? Now fate was quite stunned by this unexpected attack, but she never lost her flawless grace as she gently replied back. Mephistopheles has made you an offer. Now I will make one too. Together we will go back through your life and every act review. Together we will go through your years. This thing I can arrange, and anything you wish me to. This very night I'll change. Now Beethoven thought, was this a trick? But a trick he could not see. So he did the only thing he could, which was, to this new offer, he agreed. Forgive my outburst, Beethoven said. You take
For the Betty picture,
kindness
have
to
you
an art.
considered adding her
I
new
will
catchphrase to
gratefully accept your proposal.
I don't know if that's her new
If you'll just
catchphrase.
tell me where we start. In looking back, Fate replied, I see your youth was wild. But if one really wants to know the man, one has to know the child. And with those words, the room around them did slowly fade away.
Oh yeah, this
replaced by one
story
from
is
his
basically the Christmas
distant
Carol, by the
past,
way.
Where as a child he had once played.
But like with Beethoven.
And there he saw himself as a young child, still a long way from the grave, where anything was possible and any dream could still be saved. He was sitting at a piano, but there was sorrow in his eyes, and no child's eyes should have sorrow. But the composer knew the reasons why.
Oh, his father used to beat
His
him.
teacher had just struck him. The mark was still clear upon his face, as were the tears that followed it, whose path one could still trace. And somewhere in his deepest thoughts, the composer could still taste. The child was writing a melody to distract himself from his pain. And the elder Beethoven, watching this, could not be restrained.
Sleep well,
He
Alcabe.
entered into the small room and sat next to the child, which startled the boy for a moment, until the elderly gentleman smiled. Then he played the song the child was writing, and where the melody was rough,